I was asleep when my phone ended my marriage. 3:17 a.m. An Amex alert lit the room. 2 business class tickets to Paris, bought with my gold card at 2:47. Names on the booking: Sophia Martinez Thompson, my wife of 15 years, and Daniel Carter, the smooth smile from her marketing firm. Paris, our honeymoon city. For one soft, humiliating minute, I couldn't breathe. Then grief hardened into something colder: strategy. Sophia had mistaken me for the oblivious husband. She forgot I make a living thinking 10 moves ahead. I opened my laptop and bought a seat on the same flight, 4C, planted right beside 4A, and 4B. The day before Sophia came home at dawn in yesterday's clothes, kissed my cheek, and poured coffee into a mug that said, "World's Greatest Husband." "You should take a vacation," she chirped. I told her I was thinking about Paris. A flicker, fear, crossed her face, gone in an instant. Once she left, I got to work. Victor Reyes, the sharpest accountant I know, cleared his afternoon. Marcus, my older brother, ex-military, now private security, took the other flank. By lunch, Marcus had a dossier on Daniel: 2 divorces, delinquent child support, repossessed BMW, a pending HR complaint, and finances hanging by dental floss. He sent a spy pen that records crystal-clear audio. By 2 p.m., Victor had mapped 6 months of business expenses Sophia had quietly pushed through my company: hair salons, long client lunches, luxury shopping, $47,000 siphoned out, in neat little cuts. "If you want embezzlement," Victor said, sliding me a highlighter, "this is a prosecutor's dream." That night I moved half our joint savings, perfectly legal, to a new account in my name. Not hidden, not vindictive, just prudent, with benefits. Boarding. The Centurion Lounge felt like a stage. I wore my best navy suit and slid Marcus's pen into my pocket. When boarding was called, I took 4C, accepted champagne, and waited. They arrived laughing, fingers threaded like teenagers. Sophia in the black dress I'd bought her, Daniel in a suit that looked leased. He checked their passes, beamed at 4A and 4B, then saw me. Sophia followed his gaze. Color fled her face. "Hello, Sophia," I said calmly. "Small world." We buckled in. The flight attendant's professional smile flickered and drifted away. At 35,000 feet, I clicked the pen and set it on my tray. "How long?" I asked, conversationally. Silence pressed in. I opened the Amex app, tilting the screen, so both could see their names and the 5-star hotel charge. Daniel swallowed. Sophia stared at the window like it might open onto another life. "Also," I said, sliding out Victor's folder, "about the money." Page after page, highlighted withdrawals, forged expense reports, transfers to a private account. Sophia's signatures glowed under the cabin lights. "You said this was clean," Daniel hissed, panic finally cracking through polish. "It is," she lied, voice papery. The flight attendant paused at our row. "Everything all right, gentlemen?" "Just business," I said, closing the folder with a smile. For 8 hours, I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. Evidence did the heavy lifting while they moved through denial, anger, bargaining, and the quiet dread that comes when you realize there's nowhere to run at cruising altitude. Touchdown customs at Charles de Gaulle was its usual circus. We shuffled through it as a 3-person crime scene. At baggage claim, Daniel's composure failed. Sophia's eyes were hollow. "What do you want?" she whispered. "Nothing," I said. "You've already given me everything." They exploded then, accusations ricocheting off tile and steel. I filmed the finale. Sophia slapped Daniel and stormed toward the taxis. Security drifted in. I pocketed the recording. "Enjoy." "Paris," I told Daniel. "The legal system here is thorough. The fallout." 12 months later, I'm back in Paris. Alone, on purpose, sipping Bordeaux at a sidewalk cafe within sight of the Eiffel Tower. The year between was tidy. Sophia fought the embezzlement charges for 6 months, then took a plea, restitution, community service, and a record that ended her finance career. Victor's report now circulates among attorneys as a model of forensic clarity. Daniel did worse. Audio analysis tied him to planning how to move the stolen funds. Conspiracy to commit embezzlement earned him 18 months in federal prison. We sold the house. I downsized to a clean, modern place with no ghosts and raised my consulting rates by 40%. Apparently, executives like hiring the guy who can sniff out fraud with personal motivation. I started the Financial Security Initiative, a small foundation that helps blindsided spouses protect assets and navigate the mess, funded entirely by the money I recovered from Sophia. Poetic Justice has a ledger. Epilogue. Some nights I replay that aisle moment, their smiles dissolving the way quiet can, beat screaming when you hold the facts. I wonder if buying seat 4C was petty. Then I remember the kiss on my cheek the morning she lied about Chicago, the charged tickets, the stolen money, the certainty they wore like perfume as they walked onto that plane. Living well is good revenge. Living free is better. I raise my glass to the city that hosted both my humiliation and my victory, and I breathe.